Hello and welcome to Time. This is another entry on the Vampire Game Jam thing. And I think it's about someone waking up as a vampire for the first time, possibly. From what I read, I think that's what this is. So let's find out. Oh yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Game Jam. Yep. You wake up with a hazy head lying face down on the cold tarmac road. Quickly checking around you, it appears that you are alone in this place. Trying to recall memories of the entire night is proving far too difficult for your massive, smooth brain to handle as you notice an incredible, previously unexperienced pain well up from your new chest. A hunger of which you have never known before lays present inside. Eager for sustenance, the pain grows with each passing minute. With a hand placed firmly against your abdomen, you rise to your feet. What is going on? Where am I? The world around you is empty, with not a soul to be found in the entire vicinity. Knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti. Sorry. Learning your location and finding a bite to eat are the first courses of action in your book. I must have been knocked out somehow. You rationalize as every pocket you thoroughly checked for is missing any change or keys to your home. Nothing is missing. So then why would someone do that? It couldn't have collapsed. I don't have it in any condition. Maybe some drugged-up lunatic's got a kick knocking some random stranger unconscious tonight. Perhaps they saw me as a threat somehow? You look down to observe your meek demeanor and casual clothing before reflecting again. It isn't too uncommon to get jumped through the next to unheard of to not losing your valuables in the process. While your memory is still foggy, there is an important snippet which has returned, that being your home address beneath starvation causing a sluggish movement. You still have no idea where you are. I need to head home or eat first. There are some train tracks off to the distance to the left. Which should I take me home? Which way should I go? I see. We can save. Train tracks off distance on the left. Which should take me home. Which way should I go? So, left should take us home. Right? So then why would we go right? Let's go left. It's probably best to go home. I've got food in the fridge anyway. Mom spaghetti! Arms weak. Mom spaghetti. Knees. Sorry, I'm losing it over this. Okay, there's one last train for the night. It will pull up relatively close to my home in a few minutes, thankfully. Wait a second. You're not breathing. What the hell? Simulating the act of breathing, you inhale and exhale consciously. Stop thinking. Thinking will just create more panic. Let it all wait until later. Finally, let's go home. Wow! Kitty! Hello, Molly. Good to see you, too. That hunger comes crashing in the forefront again. It's crying for a bouquet, but it isn't roses. If we eat the cat, I'm leaving. I'm serious. I'm not playing this. And it takes an internal struggle to prevent this lust for tearing open the small animal's flesh and drinking every drop dry. This is sickening. This isn't going to happen. We are not going there. Is this what porphyry is? What is any of this? Maybe the answers will come tomorrow? You hope they do. Attempting to logically think through what has happened so far proves fruitless. The spiritual and mythological come to mind briefly as you enter the kitchen to fetch some cat food for Molly. That's when you notice it. No heartbeat. Placing a hand over your chest, there's no movement to be found. Simulating breathing is necessary, as not even that is coming naturally. Touching the fridge and you find out it isn't cold. Opening the door, however, states it is indeed functioning. There's no logic to any of this. It is only for the mentally deranged to believe one could be of old wives' tales. Ridiculous. A fresh and new day ought to help you out, you thought as the tin of the cat food fetched from the kitchen cabinet fills the food dish. There has to be an explanation for all of this, which makes some degree of sense. Struggling, as always, to position the little red bull on the floor before our little Molly demolishes the entire portion, she settles to her meal as it is placed nearby. Hands trembling, you stand and smile at the cute little creature before you. Enjoy your meal, sweetie. It's time to reheat the spaghetti now. Absolutely ravenous, you peel your eyes from Molly with incredible effort and refocus on the spaghetti. Open the fridge and retrieve your meal, a moderate size of carbonara inside the bowl and place it inside the microwave. After 2 minutes, the little bell rings and you take out your meal and begin eating. The spaghetti enters your mouth, and after a few hearty chews, it slides down your throat and into your stomach. Suddenly, a terrible sensation hits. See, we're dead, or we can't eat. Most of the time, yeah, I think I'm gonna be sick. Running to the bathroom, you quickly raise the toilet lid just as the contents of your stomach empty into the bowl. It doesn't make sense. The meal was still in date, but you wrap up your reaction as the stress of the day hitting you subconsciously. With the flush of the chain, you clean yourself up and decide to call it a night. I don't even know what's going on. It's best to wrap things up for now and catch some sleep. Climbing into bed and feeling the comfort, you stared through your window and observed the amber hue of streetlights as rain began to fall and pelt against the glass. The relaxing sounds and pure exhaustion helped you nod off into a deep sleep at a record pace. Dots. The strange emptiness never before experienced occurs, as if the place housing all imagination has disappeared. It has been a long and strange night. Hours pass by in a flash. The sun burning covers your upper body, jolting you awake. It's unbearable. Every inch of your arms, cheeks, and neck is on fire as they are exposed to the sun. The pain, agonizing burn is excruciating. Still fuzzy in your mind, you scurry from the bed and rush away from the light to the corner of your room. Sunlight quickly approaches that same spot. Your room is basically a sunlight hotspot. There's hardly proper shade to relax in until the afternoon. The realization kicks in too late. Vampire. How on earth could one become a vampire? We don't live in the day when we believe fables to be true. Thinking hard as the sun quickly creeps towards your feet. It's the only explanation to be had right now. The sun burns you can no longer eat food. No heartbeat and a body temperature of a corpse. Can't touch the sunlight. Who knows if you could even reach a safe spot in time. Maybe we could try and find shade, but how could anyone live like this? We gotta risk it. I think staying put will kill us. Fuck it. Bursting through the half-open door, you shield your face from the sunlight as you search for a spot to hide. In the kitchen, perhaps. Maybe I can makeshift something? Run to the kitchen? You struggle a dash through the beams, burning away at your weakening form, and your body collapses just shy of reaching the kitchen. Releasing a scream, you risked only to learn what had happened. Who did this to you? Finally, also to murder the person who reshaped you into this monster. Reduced to ash, there's nothing but a pierce feel to well have done part with it, and a cat with it. Oh, well, we died. Molly's eyes simply look on with a curious stare before they turn away. Her slender body jumps onto your sofa to play with the catnip toy without a care in the world. The landlord eventually comes knocking, taking out a master key to unlock your haven when he notices the rent was overdue by months. Your companion had already escaped through an open window long before the landlord's arrival, luckily adopted by someone else. Nothing remains of your body but the ashes coating the cracked floorboards, soon to be swept up and dumped in the rubbish bin. Not long after this incident, a new tenant takes your seat in your old place, and your former existence is quickly forgotten. Well, we died. Alright. Well, let's actually try to eat something. I think that if we head right, we'll actually go and eat something. This thing feels like it's about to eat itself. Let's see if any place is still open first. There's no place to open in this area so far. What kind of neighborhood doesn't have at least a takeaway these days? You continue to search for any food joint possible. Oh, I missed reading the rest of it. As you walk this endless path on the quest for any type of meal available this late at night, what appears to be a man on his phone approaches you on the same path. The hunger begins gnawing at your core as the scent carries itself on the wind towards your nostrils. You aren't entirely sure what this newly unpleasant sensation is, but your feet are suddenly walking faster and directly en route to meet him. What should you do? Well, if we don't eat, we're going to go crazy, and I don't want to hurt Molly, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this part. As you approach the stranger, you pocket his phone and looks to your face. Wasting no time at all, he instantly switches off and your body takes over. Almost with natural instinct, your fangs plunge deep into the individual's neck, his skin tearing open to pour out that luscious nectar into your tongue. Eyes lighting up and mind buzzing, grip strengthening around your victim's shoulders. Ecstasy. Moments pass, his blood flow decreasing. That hunger you woke to fades to a dull ache. Both fangs rip out from his man's body and he slumps to the pavement. Your eyes watch on with excitement. Without hesitation, you look at the wound to prevent any waste of the fine wine spilling from beneath that pale flesh. As you look on, the wound begins to heal over in mere seconds. Impossible. Panic sets in. Looking around provided no glimpse of any other person around. Nobody to witness the abhorrent act you have just committed. You notice the overwhelming satiation continuing to wash over your body and mind after having completed this deed. It's too much. I need to run. Check his pulse. Reaching out for the man's neck with 2 fingers, you press them against his cool skin. The gentleman's heartbeat is slow, and the rate continues to decrease. Opening the left eye with the other hand allows you to check the stranger's pupil. It's expanding, moving the same hand over his mouth. His breath is shallow. You know what this means. These are the final moments of life this man will ever have. Calling an ambulance would be a huge risk, and police would swarm the scene searching you. The potential for the nearby home occupants spotting you here is also a threat. Left with no other choice, you decide to back away and head to the train station, his lifeless face forever ingrained in your mind. There's one last train for the night, and it will pull up relatively close to my home in a few minutes, thankfully. Wait a second. You aren't breathing. What the hell? Simulating the act of breathing, you inhale and exhale consciously. Stop thinking. Thinking will just create more panic. Let it all wait till later. Finally, let's go home. Meow! Hello, Molly. Good to see you too. That hunger comes crashing to the forefront again and is crying for a bouquet, but it isn't roses. It takes an internal struggle to prevent this lust for tearing open this small animal's flesh and drinking every drop dry. No! We had something, but we're not going to hurt Molly. This is sickening. This isn't going to happen. We are not going there. Is this what porphyria is? What is any of this? Maybe the answers will come tomorrow? You sure hope they do. I think I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Because we've already read this part. We're gonna vomit! Okay. Right, and then we're burning alive. Cool. Fun. Let's stay put this time. Unsure of what to do, you stay put as Molly casually pushes her limber body through the half-open door and brushes against your skin. It stings, but it passes over your newly acquired burns. You know, what's interesting enough here is that Molly isn't reacting to the fact that we're a vampire now. Supposedly, animals are supposed to react. Maybe not, like, openly, but, like, they are supposed to react to it. But maybe Molly just loves us so much that she's not reacting. The sleek black cat hops into your bed and stares out the window, sunlight now reaching your feet and creeping up your legs. It burns away. Agony. The pain is excruciating, yet there is nowhere to hide from the dawn of the day. Even the bathroom window would set your skin ablaze. Closing your eyes, you roll into a ball and brace your final death. Understanding what is going on as entirely illogical to believe being a vampire was all that made sense. You wished not to be such a creature. You couldn't bring yourself to live in such a way. You wouldn't know how. Biting down your tongue, the sun rips and tears at your being as it is reduced to ash. Your last thought is how you will at least not be a monster. Not doomed to continue walking on as an abomination. No more suffering, not for you or for the world surrounding you. Except for Molly. No longer in corporeal form, all but reduced to ash. Molly swiftly wriggles her way out of the apartment through a half-open window, scavenging until she is adopted by a young couple on the street. And life goes on. You're ignored. Cool! We died again. Okay, so let's get something to eat. We're gonna kill this man, unfortunately. Let's run away from the scene. Skip. Let's risk it. F it. Bursting through the half-open door, you shield your face from the sunlight as you search for a spot to hide. And we died here too. So, is there no way to actually survive this? It seems like there's no way to survive this. Although there was actually a different download I could try, so maybe in the different download there's actually a possibility of surviving this. So let's see. Okay, let's give this another go. This is time 2.0. I think this is the more updated version of it. I was a bit confused with how the downloads were set up, so I think that the first version I got is more like the demo, possibly, and this might be the real game. So, let's try this. Wake up with a hazy head. Trying to recall memories of the entire night is proving far too difficult for the massive smooth brain. Yep, we've read this. Must have been knocked out. Knees weak, arms heavy, mom spaghetti. Right, let's look at history real quick. Right, so if this is the same as what it was before, let's save. Heading to the right, we can eat. My stomach feels like it's about to eat itself. Let's see if there's any place that's open. There's no place open in this area so far. What kind of neighborhood doesn't have at least a takeaway these days? You continue to search for any food joint possible. Wandering aimlessly has landed you in a residential area. Nevertheless, you decide to walk through to the opposing side. Man on this phone approaches you. What do? Alright, we eat! Almost with natural instincts. You eat and then it happens. And most of this is the same as what it was before. Moments pass as blood flow decreasing. That hunger you woke to fades into a dull ache. Both fangs rip from this man's limp body as he slumps to the pavement. Your eyes watch on with excitement. Without hesitation, you lick the wound to prevent any waste of the fine wine spilling from beneath his pale flesh. As you look on, the wound begins to heal over in mere seconds. Impossible. Panic sets in. Looking around provided no glimpse of any other person around. Nobody to witness the abhorrent act you have just committed. You notice the overwhelming satiation continuing to wash over both body and mind after having completed this deed. It's too much. I need to run. Run away! You aren't breathing, which sucks. Let's go home. Molly! Hello, Molly. Good to see you, too. Let's not eat the cat. Attempting to logically think through what has happened so far proves fruitless. The spiritual and mythological come to mind briefly as you enter the kitchen to fetch some food for Molly. And then we have no heartbeat. Placing a hand over your chest, there's no movement to be found. Simulating breathing is easy, as not even that is coming naturally. Touching the fridge around, and you find out it isn't cold. Opening its door, however, states it is indeed functioning. There's no logic to this. Let's see. You eat spagooter, and then you vomit. And then this happens. Dots. The strange emptiness never before experienced occurs. As if the place housing all imagination has disappeared. It has been a long and strange night. Hours pass by in a flash. Sun burning covers your upper body. It's unbearable. Vampire. Can't touch the sunlight. Alright, I'm gonna save here. And then... let's try to risk it. Run! Maybe... Oh, we have a different thing. Attempt to make shelter. Need shade. Lunging the sofa, you topple it with the last of your strength while ashen flakes shed and fall with your every movement. Crawling beneath the pleather is when you can finally relax. Shadows caress you as sunlight struggles to reach your body. It is pitch black inside this temporary cage, but at least you are safe. Perhaps once the sun sets, you can figure this all out. Molly squeezes in beside you, purring as her head bumps into your own. Oh, Molly! You feel hungry. It's getting more difficult to contain. There is a monster inside of you, and it longs to be released. Hold it in. Don't lose control. I will not play this game if we hurt Molly. Ignore the pull to sink your teeth into the body of your small friend. She loves you so much. Hours pass. I'm in defeat. It's the only way to settle this. This is absolutely insane. Putting together an outfit to hide as many of your wounds as possible and granting Molly 2 meals for her hungry belly, you begin the journey outdoors to find an easy meal. Time to put this to the test. You brace yourself to enter a dingy bar in hopes of the darkness coating injuries and obtaining some easy prey. Searching around grants you a glimpse of a lone woman holding a mixed beverage. You stood up to greet her and she says hello in return of your presence beside her. The difficulty in hearing anyone amongst the loud chatter in the establishment, both a hindrance and a blessing. Her bare neck is easily accessible if leaning over closer to your ear. May I? He asked, casually nodding to the seat beside her. Of course. The woman's voice is slightly slurred, clearly enjoying her choice of poison for the night. She doesn't seem to notice the burns across your skin thanks to the mixture of dull lighting and hairstyle. The hunger is impossible to ignore. You lean in as the woman interprets this as you try to ask her a question. Your mouth opens, exposing your fangs, just shy of entering the lady's neck. Iron fills your mouth, coating your tongue as it slides down your neck. This nourishment extends shock through your body, this sensation exhilarating. Moans emit from her mouth as blood drains swiftly from the puncture wounds. Her blood tastes divine, though ensnaring, with a pull to drink more and more. It takes enormous will to stop your actions in their tracks, releasing her neck and licking up the crimson drops that remain. Both holes heal over shortly after you slip away from the bar. Energy coursing through your body and wounds beginning to heal simply confirms your suspicions. You have become one with the legion of the undead. As you walk down the street, you attempt to focus on your body and its reaction to the blood consumed. It feels stronger, faster, but some other things lurk beneath. Quicker in motion and the feeling of others being more attracted to you than normal by your own doing. So far, this is what you know of your newfound skills. Yet, time will show you more. Okay, so... faster, stronger, charm abilities... Toreador? Maybe? Possibly? Hard to say. Smiling. You carry on walking as your wounds heal, understanding what you are. One thing is missing, however. It's time to hunt down your creator. Oh. Well, we win, and we did not hurt Molly. So, that's a big win in my book. We didn't hurt Molly. You know, upon seeing the cat, I was like, no, I can't. One thing I can't do is hurt cats. Or dogs, really. Well, I mean, evil dogs, yes, but I can't hurt cats. I can't deal with that sort of thing. That's too difficult for me. Alright. I'm glad we didn't hurt Molly, even in some of the bad endings. I'm really glad about that. I'm guessing that's because we did actually drink a bit of blood beforehand. And you know what? This was pretty cool. It was really short, but it was still really cool. Nice to see a person being like, you know, the different aspects of like someone being like, I can't take being a vampire, and then the other endings were like, you know what, this is fun, let's keep doing this, which was neat. So, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I will see you on whatever it is the next play. Bye-bye.